is. You hear people say, if you want something bad enough, it'll happen. That's not true. That's not true. Stop listening to stuff. If you want something bad enough, it'll happen. Who told you that? You know how many times you really wanted something and it never happened? You have to pursue your God-given gift. God gave all of you a gift at birth. He put it inside you at birth. You have it. You don't have to look for it on a mountaintop. It ain't in the ocean nowhere. You ain't got to take a trip to find it. God gave you everybody. He never created a soul without giving them a gift. You have a gift. That's what you have to pursue. If you come out here to get in show business, you're going to be like 98% of all the pretty women out in L.A. working at the Cheesecake Factory, working at Danello's, working at Dre's, and every time we go in there to eat, they got a headshot they want to give us. I said, so what do you do, young lady? I'm an actress. What have you been in? Nothing yet. Okay, well, if you haven't been in anything, then you're not an actress. And so a lot of women go out there and just blow their life. And let me tell you something. Hollywood is full of gorgeous women. Because you know what? All these women that's in the top 3 pretty girls at their high school, they take their pretty ass out to L.A. because they've been told they pretty their whole life. Well, you get out to L.A., you ain't even in the top 3,000 because everybody else out there. And it's a sad place, man. Hollywood it's a sad city, man. There's some broken dreams out there. And then the system come out there and take advantage of you. It's an agent on every corner. It's a head shop on every corner. Photography shop, resume shop. They just out there taking these people's money, selling their pipe dreams. So if I were you, I would make sure that I'm gifted at this. See, I went to Hollywood because I had a gift. I had a skill set, a very unique one. I have the ability to make people laugh whenever I want to. That was my gift. But the other thing I would warn people about is don't look at success as fame and money. That's not what success is. Success is living in your God-given gift to the fullest. That's success. It's successful teachers. It's very successful nurses. They're not rich, but they happy. You could be happy without money. I know a lot of rich people, miserable, boy. Because money don't make you happy. It helped. It don't make you happy, but it'll park you right in front of Happy's house, though. You get out and see if his ass is home. That's for damn sure. Your gift back to God is the use of the gift. You can't get this gift and don't use it. My gift is I can transform any piece of information instantly into comedy. And my memory is so vivid, so unaffected, I connect the dots. We sit up here talking about going to school to be funny, and then I drag Dana into it. Y'all wasn't even thinking about Dana, but I pull it. But you gotta have a mind that connects those dots to make this funny. That's a gift. I didn't go to school for this. This ain't nothing, I don't even know how I got it. I had it as a kid, though, and stayed in trouble because I didn't know how to work it. My mama was Sunday school. My mama used to take me to church on Friday night, get me prayed for. So I stand in prayer line every Friday night. Pastor pray for this boy. Stuff just come out his mouth. I didn't even know why they was praying for, because I thought it was regular. I can't stop it. It was just coming out. I stayed in the principal's office, and I stayed in trouble, and I stayed in the prayer line. That same church, I done built a Sunday school on that same church in my mama's name. Because I can't close my damn mouth. It turned into my lifestyle. It turned into a whole life for me. The Bible says your gift will make room for you. It'll make room for you. Whatever he gifted you at, if you do that gift, it'll make room for you. That'll mean it allows you to spread yourself out. It'll take you places you never went. You got to do your gift. Go home, write your gift on a piece of paper. It's the thing you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. That's your God-given gift. If you go do that, quit working for somebody if you ain't happy on your job, it's because you ain't doing your gift. If you do your gift, God will give you a life you will not believe. But your gift back to God is the use of the gift. You can't get this gift and don't use it. Come on, man. A lot of y'all sitting in here got gifts, man, that God would make incredible things happen for you. But you're not using it because you got this job somewhere. Okay. You know what's going to happen with that job? When you turn 65, they're going to give you a pension. You know what that pension is? 1/3 of already what you couldn't live on when you was working. You got to identify your gift and go do what you gifted at. You ain't got to be smart. You don't got to have a degree. You don't have to go to UCLA or none of that. You can be highly successful and go to no school. Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates don't have a degree between none of them. They got more degrees working for them than a thermometer. Just go follow your dream, man. Go make your life happen. My whole career is dedicated to all my punk teachers that told me, sit down, acting a fool. You ain't gonna ever make no money acting a fool. It's all I had. I just used what I had. Identify your God-given gift and go and get your life. Quit tripping because you don't have what a group of people told you need to be successful. If you're not a degree person, you can go to school all you want. If that's not in you, how you gonna get a degree? Quit letting people tell you the route to success when clearly God created you to be different. Just go that route. All my friends got college degrees, all of them. I flew all of them to Cancun, Mexico last year. I flew all of them. I flew 22 people to Cancun, Mexico. On me, gave them all free rooms, paid for everybody's golf, all their food, all their drink, gave them everything. Because these are my dudes. I went to college with them, I flunked out. But what God did for me made me different. So I just showed them the life. Now they all come to me for advice. You don't have to go get a degree if you're not a degree person. Now, if you want to be a doctor, scientist, or lawyer, you got to get a degree. But if you're not that person, you can still make it. Quit tripping because you don't have what he got. You ain't finna be what he is. God made you different. Just go be different. You get paid to be different. People pay you to be different. Weird people make money. Regular people don't make money. Regular people make regular money. If God made you exceptional, go be exceptional at whatever it is. That's how you become. People pay for expertise. They pay for exceptional people. They don't pay regular people. If you focus in on being regular, you're going to have a regular life. It's nothing wrong with that. But if you aspire to something more than regular, you got to go be extraordinary. The difference between ordinary people and extraordinary people is one word, extra. If you put extra on top of ordinary, you become extraordinary. You ain't got to be like everybody else. If you do hair, go do everybody's hair. If you cut grass, cut everybody's grass. When I first started doing comedy, you know how much I made every night? $25. Then I made $50. Then I worked. I started charging $75. When I got up to $150 a night, oh, I was so happy. I was only working 2-3 nights a week, but I got up to $150. Oh, and I messed around, kept working, started charging $1,000 a week. When I started making $1,000 a week, man, I thought I was going to be so happy. And then I met a comedian who told me he made $5,000 a week. I went, what? He said, I make $5,000 a week. So I got busy, I made $5,000 a week. I'm going along, I'm making $5,000 every week. I'm touring the country. I meet a guy named Sinbad on a park bench in Birmingham, Alabama. Sinbad was sitting on a park bench with a bag of trash next to him, a trash bag. I met him because he was starting to be a very famous comedian named Sinbad, very popular. I said, man, so we talking. I'm homeless at the time because I'm having a lot of trouble. And I meet him and I said, hey man, where you going? He said, I'm going to Florida. I said, I'm Steve Harvey. I've seen your pictures in the comedy club. I said, we got to talking. We got comfortable. I said, hey, man, what's in that bag? He said, that's my pay. I said, your pay? He said, I get paid cash. He had in the bag $65,000 in cash. I said, how did you do that? He said, I'm a draw at the comedy club. I said, what does that mean? He said, people pay money to come see me, so I cut deals at the comedy club where I get a percentage of the door. I said, really? $65,000 a week? I kept hustling. I found out what it was to make $65,000. This is years, though. It's years in the making. $65,000 a week. Today, if you call me and tell me that you want me to come somewhere for $100,000, I am not coming. Because for 33 years, I have done the same thing over and over and over. I took the $25 jokes. These the same jokes, they just English. They the same words I've been using. I just kept doing them over and over and over. $100,000 tonight, I'm not coming. $250,000, I'm your man. You see? I built it over the years, but it's the same $25 jokes. You can stop wherever you want, or you can keep going. That's how you get successful financially. Stop beating yourself up trying to come up with $1 million idea. Take this $10 idea that God has instilled in you already and go make it and multiply it and do it over and over and over and over. Do you know it's people selling sugar cane making millions of dollars? You know it's people in Ghana selling cocoa beans making millions of dollars? Hello. Nike started with one pair of shoes. They just kept making shoes. Nike didn't do nothing else. They just kept making shoes over and over and over and over and over. $1 billion company. I was born to do this. God gave me this gift. I discovered it, and I used it. You've got to discover your God-given gift. Your gift is the thing you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. As soon as you discover that, your life changes. You have two important days in your life. The day you're born and the day you discover why. The why is directly tied to your gift. It is the thing God gave to you at birth. All of you are gifted, everybody in here. Everybody in this room is gifted. You just got to quit looking at it as running, jumping, singing, and dancing. There are other gifts. Once you identify that gift, the Bible says your gift will make room for you and put you in the presence of great men. That's what your gift will do. You got to discover that. Just sit down with yourself and think, what is it you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort? What is that? That's what you do. If teaching is your thing, teaching is it. If connecting the dots, networking is it, networking it is. Is some people are careful people better. Some people babysit. Come on, man, do what you're going to do. Because babysitters turn into daycare centers. Daycare centers turn into businesses. Those businesses turn into millions of dollars. Look, I'm going to tell you something real. You can be rich if you make the decision to be rich. You just got to stop trying to think of how to make $1 million. If you could think of how to make $1 million, wouldn't you have done it by now? You don't need to think of how to make $1 million. You need to think of this gift if you have that can make you $10. $10. Let me ask you a question. How many of you have something that you could do that you could charge someone $10 for? I don't care if it's braiding hair, cutting grass. I don't care if it's making beads. I don't care if it's making clothes. All of you have something. You can tutor somebody for $10. You can babysit somebody for $10. Then guess what you do? Go do that. Then when you make the $10, I want you to do it 10 more times. You'll have $100. After you do that 10 times, I want you to do it 10 more times. Whatever you did to make $100, do it 10 more times. You'll have $1,000. After you make $1,000, Here's what I want you to do. Whatever you did to make the $1,000, listen to me, I want you to do it 10 more times. You will have $10,000. Now, here's the hard part. When you make $10,000, here's what I want you to do. Take that $10 thing that you made $10,000 with, and I want you to do it 10 more times. Just multiply all of your efforts by 10. That $10,000 turns into $100,000. Now, after you make $100,000, you're going to have to hire some people. They're going to have some people working for you so you can keep doing it in multiples of 10. But after you make $100,000, I got news for you. I want you to listen to this real careful. Here's what you have to do. This is the catch. Whatever you did to make $100,000, listen to me. You have to do that 10 more times. Once you do that 10 more times, congratulations. You are now a millionaire. That's how it works. These jokes I tell, I didn't start making millions. I made $25 a night when I first started. I made $25 a night. But I kept doing it over and over and over till I started $50. Then I charge $100 a night, $125 a night, $150 a night, $250 a night, $1,000 a night, $5,000 a night, $50,000 a night, $100,000 a night, $200,000 a night, $500,000 a night. I stood somewhere for $1 million a day. But I've been doing this 30-some years. I just keep multiplying my efforts by 10. That's how it's done. Simplify it. Quit tripping on the million. Make $10 and just keep doing it. I got a partner, he cut grass the whole time we was growing up. He used to charge $2 for the front and $2 for the back. He made $4. We used to laugh at him every time we wanted to go somewhere. Now, wait a minute, you want to go with us? No, I'm cutting grass. We used to call him Hedge Clip. Hedge Clip, just cut grass. We used to laugh. We go to parties. He didn't want to go. I got to get up and cut Miss Jackson grass in the morning. He ain't never want to go. Yeah, we laughed at his ass. Well, guess what? He in Cleveland, Ohio today. He's 60 years old. You know how much he make a year? He makes $4 million US a year. You know what he do? He cut grass. He don't do nothing but cut grass. He got every contract in the city. He done bought 38 trucks. He got 38 trucks out on the road now. And when it's snow outside, since he do such a good job cutting grass, they let him remove the snow with plows on the trucks. He making $4 million a year. You know what his ass do? He cut grass. Get interested in your gift. It doesn't matter what somebody else does. To find your way in life, it's not an external search. It's an internal search. Because God equipped you the moment he gave birth to you. God equipped you at birth with what you needed. He gave all of you a gift, all of you. Every last one of you, you're gifted. God never created a soul without giving them a gift. All of you sitting in here were given a gift at birth. He put it inside you. You ain't got to look under the ocean. It ain't on a mountain. It ain't under no rocks. He put it in you at birth. He gave you a gift. It is the thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. That's your God-given gift. That's the thing you should pursue. The scripture says your gift will make room for you and put you in the presence of important men. That's what your gift will do for you. Everything else you're doing has nothing to do with what God created you for. And if you're unhappy with your life, if you haven't figured your life out, if you're thinking there's more to your life than it is, it's because the only reason you have that question is because you're not living in your gift. Once you discover your gift, there lies your greatest chance for success. That's what God gave you, equipped you with to be. You just got to quit looking at gifts as running, jumping, singing, and dancing. Babysitting is a gift. If you're a smart student, smart is a gift. If people come to your house and in your kitchen to get their hair done instead of going to a salon, you do hair. That's your gift. If they can't have a bake sale without your pies and cakes, You bake pies and cakes better than everybody, then that's your gift. You bake pies and cakes. That's your gift. You don't have to think about it. That's what you do. Quit trying to do what somebody else is doing, because that ain't your life. You don't even want to come the way I would. If you knew the path I took to get here, you would not take it. If I'd have knew the path I was going to have to take to get here, I would have changed my destiny a long time ago, because there's no way I would have wanted to have gone through what I went through to get to where I am today. That's why God don't reveal it to you. See, God never reveals the path to you. He shows you what it could look like, but he don't show you the route, because if he showed you the route, you'll turn around. Everybody would quit. If you knew what you had to go through to get to where he had for you to go, you would all quit. I would quit too. It's no way I would have had a stuttering problem. It's no way I would have lived in a car for 3 years. It's no way if I'd have knew that when I quit my job to do comedy, what was going to happen to me, I would have never quit my job. But he don't show you that. He just lets you have the dream. And if you're bold enough to chase the dream, he'll get you through the journey. You just can't quit in the middle of the journey, because he know you're chasing dreams. God in the make your dream come true business. That's real talk. I kid you not. You looking at somebody living his dream. I can take a sentence or a thought and make it comical. Now, one dude told me once that, yeah, well, I hear you saying it, Miss Harvey, but you ain't funny to me. I ain't got to be funny to you. You've never bought a ticket to see me. No, I haven't. I still made it, though. It doesn't matter what nobody else thinks. What they got to do? I don't think you funny. Listen, let me tell you something. If you can think of something to get $10 for, I bet all of you have something that God has gifted you with that you could convince somebody to give you $10 for. I'm going to show you how to become a millionaire. All you need is to have one thing that you can get $10 for. I don't care if it's cutting hair, cutting grass, painting, babysitting, typing papers, walking dogs. I don't care what it is. Just get somebody to give you $10. All I want you to do is do it and get $10. After you get the $10, I want you to do it 10 more times. That's all. You'll have $100. Now, when you get that $100, whatever you did to get the $100, I want you to do it 10 more times. You're going to have $1,000. Now, it get a little tricky now. Whatever you did to make the $1,000, listen to me close. What I want you to do is do it 10 more times. That's what I want you to do. Don't change shit. Just do it 10 more times. You'll now have $10,000. Now, there's where you got to start using your faith. After you make $10,000 with this $10 idea, all I want you to do is do it 10 more times. Just 10, whatever you did to make the 10,000, do it 10 more times. You're going to have $100,000. Here's the trick of tricks. Once you make $100,000, you're going to have to hire a few people. And all I want you to do after you make the $100,000, same thing you did to make the $100,000, I just want you to do it 10 more times. Congratulations. You are a millionaire. That's how it's done. These jokes I'm telling right now, these $25 jokes. My first gig paid me $25. These the same jokes. This just English. I ain't learned how to do this in Spanish or none of this. I just kept telling these jokes in English. 10 more times, 10 more times, 10 more. Till they started paying me $25,000 a night. Then they started paying me $100,000 a night, $150,000, $250,000 a night. I made $500,000 telling jokes in one night. They're the same jokes. I just kept telling them over and over and over and over and over. $25 jokes repeated on a 10-time multiple. You could be a millionaire babysitting. You could be a millionaire doing eyebrows. You can be a millionaire cutting grass. You could be a millionaire as a barber, painting houses. You already have the gift. God has already given you the gift. He gave it to you at birth. You was born with it. God ain't never created a soul he didn't give a birth to. That he didn't give a gift to at birth. You sitting up in here, if you're poor today, it's because you tripping. You just tripping. You done talked yourself out your God-given gift. You done got some funk job somewhere and tried to act like you was happy with it. Now they done furloughed you, now you disappointed. You ought to be jumping for joy. Walk your up the hall, go take your gift God gave you and turn yourself into a millionaire.